thought I told you niggas once before.
What?
King Leo is the greatest, he gon' fucking soar.
Yeah.
And when one door closes, I'ma open more. I'm like Jordan on a beat when I'm ready to score.
Rap ninja, interested in getting fast figures. A fact spitter with lyrics that...
What's going on, everybody? I already know what it is, King Leo. Yesterday I was thinking about something. Something came to my mind that's very important. It's a very important topic I want to talk about. And what I was thinking about was part of the biggest reason why black men are always trying to get at each other. I mean, of course, despite the obvious, right? Like the Willie Lynch syndrome. That's what a lot of us are suffering from. Whenever we see a black man with something, we want to kill him or either take whatever he has from him. Okay, by just about any means necessary. But besides that, guys, back in the 1950s and 60s, don't quote me on that, but I know it was the 60s, at least the 1960s. There was a time where basically a 9-to-5 job was working at the car shops putting cars together. Those jobs paid so good that all people from all walks of life were able to buy a home. They were able to even put their kids through college. Their wives didn't even have to work if their wives didn't want to work. That's how good the money was back then. But you want to know what ended up happening, guys? Those very same jobs were shipped over to China. They were shipped overseas. That was done on purpose, guys. You want to know why? Because at that time when people were making that kind of money, blacks were making good money too, and blacks were putting their kids through college as well. So as soon as the white society figured this out, like, yo, these blacks are driving nice cars, these blacks, they're buying homes. We can't, no, we can't have that. They're black. This is the real reason, guys. This is the real reason why the jobs were shipped overseas. It's because they didn't want blacks to come up. Okay? This is the truth. Okay? And now, here in 2021, okay, let's fast forward. There's no such thing as a middle class. There's no such thing as a middle class, guys. It's either you rich or you poor. If you're working at McDonald's, if you're working at a warehouse, if you're working at any little joint that's paying you $15 an hour, $16, $17 an hour, you are considered poor. You are considered poor. And the reason why you're considered poor is because with that kind of money, you cannot sustain a car and a home. You see? You cannot sustain a car and a home with that kind of money. That's why you're considered poor. Okay? So nowadays, because the there's no such thing as a middle class anymore. You have to either be a rapper, you got to be a real estate agent, you got to be a football player, a basketball player, a social media influencer. You got to be an online marketer, selling things online. So it's either you got to be rich. You either got to be wealthy or poor nowadays. There is no in between. There is no in between. Okay, the middle class was knocked off a long time ago on purpose because the blacks were coming up. Okay? And so now this is also the reason why black men are constantly so envious of each other, because when you think about it, think about what I just said. You can only be rich or poor in this world, or wealthy or poor. I'm not going to use rich. I'm going to use wealthy. You can only be wealthy or poor in this world. As soon as you become wealthy, right? As soon as you become wealthy, you become envied, because the majority of black men find it very, very hard to find a job, especially if they got a record. We already know cops plant drugs on black men. We already know young black boys get records for anything. Okay, for jaywalking, they get records for any and everything, and that's on purpose. This is not a mistake, guys. This is not a mistake. It's on purpose. As soon as you get a record, guys, it's gonna be harder for you to find employment. I'm telling you, man, the people that run this country, they know what they're doing. Okay, jaywalking only applies to black men. There's no such thing as a jaywalk if you're a white person. I ain't never ever in my life. As many videos that are out there about jaywalking, I ain't never seen a case of a white man jaywalking. I've never seen it. And don't sit here and tell me that white people don't jaywalk. Jaywalking is an excuse to harass a black man as a police officer. Period, point, freaking blank. It is an excuse. It's a made up piece of crap, and that's what it is. Okay? Now, with these records, guys, it becomes that much harder for a black man to find jobs. So what do they end up in turn doing? They end up selling drugs. They end up turning to the streets because they gotta make money somehow, right? They're not just gonna sit around. No man. I don't care who you are. I don't care what race you are. No man in his right mind is gonna sit around not making no money. A man's job is to provide, right? Well, that's what these black men are doing when they can't get hired by McDonald's because of the jaywalking charge that they got 100 fucking years ago. 20 fucking years ago, you know, when they can't get those jobs, what do you expect them to do? Sit at home and be a fucking bum and be hungry and get skinny and die? No, a man is gonna go out there and provide, whether he gotta rob you, okay, you know, break into stores, steal some merchandise, resell that merchandise, whatever he has to do to make money, he's gonna make money. All right. And unfortunately, people have to get hurt. People have to get robbed because of it. But these circumstances were created by America. The people that run America, these circumstances were created. Okay. So once again, guys, this is the reason why so many black men are killing each other nowadays, because as soon as you come up as a black man, you get you a nice car. As soon as your car and your belongings start to reflect the kind of money you make, that's when the haters really start coming out the woodworks. And they look just like you. They look just like you. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today, guys. You know, just to give you guys an understanding of what's really happening regarding black on black crime. Okay, a lot of it is hate. It's just you just a hater. Like, oh, he's getting girls because he's getting money. I don't like him. He got a nice car because he's getting money. I don't like him. And you know what, guys? It's understandable, like to envy somebody because you know it's tougher for you to get that. Like, it's understandable. I'm not gonna say it's right. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, go kill him or go rob him because he got something going for himself. No, but the feeling is understandable. It's understandable, especially when you look a certain way. because everybody knows the darker you are, the more, you know what I'm saying, the worse treatment you get. Okay, that's just how it works, guys. That's just how it works. And we already know who's at the bottom, who is at the very, very bottom of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? So guys, thank you for watching. Yeah, I already know what it is. It's King Leo. Let's go.
I come from a place that's real scary. Big guns, like military, real shit. No fairy tale. I possess a shit ton of knowledge. I'm like the holy grail. I was born with high perseverance so that I never fail. They tried to label me crazy and so I hid the pain. Tell 'em. Big pharma selling alternate cocaine. Tell 'em.